Hello, thank you for staying tuned. Welcome to another topic, but still on excavation. Remember in my last video, I dealt with mechanical cost per cubic meter for using the mechanical means of excavation. And I did told us there are two methods of excavation on site, which is manual and mechanical. And I treated the mechanical in my last video. And now I told us the next video I am going to do is going to be on the manual, how to compute the cost per cubic meter for manual excavation. And and that is what you are seeing on my screen. Before we read out the numbers on my screen, there are one or two, three factors that will also affect the output of the laborers you are going to engage in excavation, in manual excavation on site. One of which is the skill of that laborer on excavation. Say if you are engaging a laborer that probably is just a week old in excavation, his output will be low compared to somebody that has been in the business of excavating for quite some time now. So that skills matters. And at the same time, another thing again that will affect the output of any laborer on site will be the type of soil. Either it's hard or it's soft soil. If it is soft, the volume, its output will be more. If it is hard, it will be lower. You can see that you if you have been following trends, you see that excavation during rainy season tend to be cheaper compared to the dry season, because during the dry season the soil is not hardened and their output will be low. So they tend to charge higher when it's dry season, but charge lower when it is rainy season. So having said that, I did told us that the manual excavation computation is straightforward and easy. What we needed to do is, if you are engaging persons on site to dig, say, a complete trench for a bungalow, or a duplex. You are not going to engage, say, one person. You are going to engage maybe above 5, 6 persons. And each of those persons will be allocated either one line of trench to attend to. And these individuals all have different strengths, so their output will not be the same. There are persons that can dig a trench, can dig 8 meter in length. Some can dig 10 meter trench that is of 0.68 width and 1.2 depth. They can dig completely 10 meters, some can dig 12 meters, some can dig 8 meters, some can dig 5 meters. So because their strength is not equal and their output is not equal, so what you need to do is to now sum up all the total length of trench they have dug, then divide it by the number of people that you have engaged, to now give you what the average an average laborer can dig per day, and that is what I did. So I got, say, 8 meters that an average laborer can dig 8 meter of trench, which has a width of 0.8 and has a depth of 1.2, and the volume of that of the soil that he has dug is 6.53 cubic meter. Then, and these laborers, you don't engage with them in the academic way of competing, or how to price. You needed to go down to their level for them to understand. So basically, they charge you per meter. So you only tell them what depth you want and what width you want. They will now tell you they are going to take so amount per meter. So as soon as they finish it, yours is just to measure the total linear meter they have dug and you pay them the amount. They don't have that skill set to understand what you mean by cubic meter or that or not. So it is now left for you now to now compute how much you have paid them for the total linear meter they have dug per day and now divide it by the total volume, the output of soil, the output they've been able to achieve on site to now get your cost per cubic meter. And that's what I did. You see, I have here cost per meter is 2,000. Then, and the person dug 8 meters at 2,000, you have 16,000 naira per day that this laborer had dug, and he dug 8 linear meter. So now, if you now divide the 16,000 by 6.53 cubic meter, the cost per cubic meter will now be 2,450.98 kobo. I now went further to now compute for pits. Say you are now taking pit in isolation. There are isolated pits. These guys too, they charge you per pit. Yours is to tell them what the depth of the pit is and what is the width of the pit. They will now tell you this is their cost per upon finishing that pit. So I now took a sample of, say, I am digging a pit of 1.4 by 1.4 by the depth of 1.4. And the volume of that pit is 2.74 cubic meter. And he's charging me 8,000 per pit. He's charging me 8,000 per pit. So if you divide 8,000 by 2.7, 8,000 by 2.74, your cost per cubic meter for pit will be 2,915 naira 45 kobo. So like I did said, it's straightforward, but this is the way you needed to approach your manual excavation. If this lecture also have added more understanding and knowledge on how you approach your pit and trench excavation using labor, you can as well leave a comment. Above all, share. And if you are yet to hit the subscription button, please turn on your notification button so that whenever a new video is dropped, you'll be forced to see it and watch and gain knowledge from it. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye for now.